Hello and welcome to Create Responsibly on YouTube for civic creators. My name is Stephanie, Civics Lead for YouTube in Germany. In this video, we are going to cover everything you need to know about creating responsibly for elections on YouTube. We dedicate significant time and resources to establish and refine the policies and systems that effectively connect people to trustworthy, high-quality election news and information on YouTube. Preparing for the upcoming elections is a partnership between us and you. Let's discuss our three-pronged approach on how to approach elections. Upholding our responsible framework, we remove content that violates our policies, reduce recommendations of borderline content, raise up authoritative sources for news and information, and reward trusted creators. Leveraging YouTube's and suite of products and strategies, evolve your channel page to be dedicated towards your election coverage through a multi-format release schedule. Understanding the rules of the road. YouTube relies on a combination of people and technology to flag inappropriate content and enforce community guidelines, as well as copyright and ad-friendly guidelines. Let's make sure you're up to speed. Some of our key challenges around misinformation include catching it before it goes viral, addressing shares of misinformation and what we think of as the cross-platform problem, and tackling misinformation as a global problem.
Hi, my name is Daniel, and as a partner manager at YouTube, I help creators grow their channels. YouTube has created new opportunities for you to connect, educate, and reach audiences through exciting formats. Let's discuss them at a high level. Your long-form content is what made you as successful as you are today. Transform your channel into an elections hub for all your long-form content through evergreen explainers and educational analysis. Live. Provide real-time information and analysis to your audience that is timely and immediately available. Shorts. Grow and reach new audiences through short-form videos that are clippable, lighter, and quick. Podcasting. Dive into audio or video formats that deepen engagement with your audience. Build your elections hub and identity by remembering your key elements to sustaining and building your core content. Let's start with branding. Channel banners and branded avatars to share your social links and inform viewers on your content upload strategies. Titles and thumbnails. Exceptional titles and thumbnails are greater than the sum of their parts. They work together to tell a story, evoke curiosity, and share a sneak peek to attract more viewers to your videos. Playlists. Organizing your videos into collections like debate analysis or interviews can enable viewers to easily find and consume the content they want. When preparing for election seasons, remember to set up two-factor authentication on your channel. Securing your YouTube account helps to prevent your channel from being hacked, hijacked, or compromised. And while two-factor authentication is important, a number of other tips listed on the linked Help Center article are equally important. Well, every day, 300 million live viewers log in on YouTube. During the election cycle, live is a fantastic way to reach a captive audience to engage with directly. Creating a content plan helps you align your content with your channel's growth and goals. Well, this strategic approach can help you create consistently, stay focused, and optimize your resources. Well, there are two ways to live stream. Mobile, which is good for vlogging and quick updates from your phone or tablet. Webcam, which helps you to quickly live stream from your computer using a webcam. And encoder, which means going live with a specific encoder, which gives you more customization and control over your output than a simple mobile or webcam stream. Well, for more information, check out our live resources linked below. Well, remember to be nimble. Whether it's breaking news or a live stream of the debate, Going live empowers you to bypass the time-consuming phases of filming and post-production. Instead, you can immediately engage with your viewers. Well, this is not only helpful to speeding up your content delivery, but it also allows you to respond in real time, processing news and information alongside your audience while giving them opportunity to ask questions and to share their insights. Finally, remember to always give adequate time to plan your live streams in advance and let your viewers know what is going on your calendar.
Hello, my name is Paulina Pares, and I have the pleasure of working with YouTube creators and media partners as a strategic partner manager to help them grow and thrive on the platform. Shorts is a new path to growth. As a format, Shorts receives 2 billion logged-in users watching each month. Numerous partners recognize Shorts as a valuable platform for expanding their audience beyond their main YouTube viewership. This content provides channels an easy way to introduce themselves to new audiences and increase your brand presence within YouTube. Generally, think of Shorts as a place to reach audiences you haven't reached on YouTube main. The reason for this is that the nature of Shorts makes it easier and more likely that audiences who may never see your content on YouTube main will have the chance to find you in YouTube Shorts. The shorter form nature and the relative ease in which audiences can skip ahead with little impact on their viewing experience all make this more possible. The Shorts nature lends itself beautifully to experimentation, as audiences can easily stay or move on format content with little friction. This makes it a great place to try out new concepts and potentially find audiences that may be harder to reach on YouTube main. Where do Shorts fit in your content strategy? Broad-based content. Shorts is a great place to create and share content that has the potential to appeal to a broad audience. Plan for your Shorts to be capable of standalone viewing during elections. Experimental content. Experimentation and Shorts go hand in hand, as Shorts creates a safe place to test out new formats and styles. Snackable bits. Shorts can also be a great home for highlighting your most popular content pieces from your long-form videos, allowing audiences to sample the best parts of your content and then coming back for more. YouTube remains the home for endless long-form content too. You should keep in mind that long-form and short-form content serve different purposes and should both be seen as important parts of a broader video strategy. It's like a well-put-together team in sports. You have players of various abilities that together make a functioning and successful team. If your team was made up of players who were all amazing on offense, you would probably regret that when the other team moves into attack formation. This is why no role is superior or inferior to the other, but instead, each is valuable in their role to help you succeed. Viewers typically turn to long-form videos to fulfill an entertainment, information, or connection goal. The depth of this content makes audiences feel like it's time well spent. In the US, over 60% of YouTube connected TV watch time is on content that is over 21 minutes long. Connected TV is YouTube's fastest growing screen, with 700 million hours of daily watch time as of January 2022. Short-form content is where viewers often turn for bite-sized entertainment, information, or connection that fills in the breaks in their day-to-day routine, while also providing creators and brands a new and a unique opportunity to reach new audiences on YouTube. Short, snackable videos are fun and everyone can create them if they are so inspired. With Shorts, there are two ways to get some easy wins. First, with Clip and Trim, you can leverage your existing long-form content and create snackable clips using the Trim feature, either as trailers for your long-form content or highlights clips of your best bits. Second, there is no bigger opportunity to deploy your evergreen archive content. Are there election explainers or other pieces that you put a lot of effort and resourcing into that are still relevant to audiences today? Shorts can be a great place to give new life to your library content. Experiment by re-editing your most popular archival videos in a fresh way. Finally, there is an opportunity between live and shorts we can discuss as it relates to orientation. Horizontal versus vertical streaming can be a big question. Let's take a look at this table to see where there are core differences. And remember, you don't have to fully commit to one format or the other. You can always switch it up between those two orientations. YouTube is one of the most popular platforms for podcasts, with a vast global audience of over 2 billion active users. Podcasts on YouTube help creators expand their reach and build their community while providing monetization opportunities. Podcasts are also available in the YouTube Music app, so your audience can keep listening or watching on the go during elections. Here are some benefits to starting a podcast today. Build an engaged community during key election moments that is interested in long-form commentary and dialogue. Have a dedicated host to be the voice of your elections, content strategy, and utilize podcast analytics to gain insights about your audience and their preferences so you can optimize your podcast content.
Hi, my name is Yanel, and as a strategic partner manager at YouTube, I help media partners and creators unlock their full potential on the platform. YouTube relies on a combination of people and technology to flag inappropriate content and enforce YouTube community guidelines. Automated flagging enables us to act more quickly and accurately to enforce our policies. Trusted flaggers and our broader community of users play an important role in flagging content our automated systems may have missed. As the YouTube community grows, so does our responsibility to protect our users, creators, partners, and the greater YouTube community from bad actors and harmful behavior. The intent is not to disenfranchise the YouTube community, but rather to protect and enable it to grow responsibly, since with platform growth comes increased responsibility. These policies are in place to protect that growth and to make sure we don't disenfranchise creators by allowing monetization of copied work, spam, etc. Let's now discuss the strike system. First violation, we understand mistakes happen and people don't mean to violate our policies. That's why the first violation is only a warning, but know that you will be only warned once. From here, creators will have the option of taking an educational training course when they receive a community guidelines warning. Completion of the course will lift the warning from a creator's channel so long as they don't violate the same policy for 90 days. The first strike will result in a 1-week freeze on the ability to upload any new content to YouTube, including live streaming and other channel activities. The second strike in any 90-day period will result in a 2-week freeze on the ability to upload any new content to YouTube. And the third strike in any 90-day period will result in a channel termination. We do have the ability to appeal a community guideline strike. So if you think that your content doesn't violate the community guidelines and was removed in error, you can appeal the strike. But note that deleting the video will not resolve the strike. If you delete your video, the strike will remain and you won't be able to appeal again. So before taking action, make sure you review the policy related to the strike. There are some best practices you should know relating to making sure you stay in compliance with community guidelines. Fact check and do the due diligence. Avoid using graphic footages or sensationalized narrative, metadata, or thumbnails. Familiarize yourself with YouTube community guideline policies. Remove the videos if you believe they are violating YouTube policies. Appeal when you disagree and provide clear rationale. Be responsible to your viewers and the involved parties, as some can result in real-world harm. Copyright is as important as it affects everyone, even if we are not realizing it. By creating a piece of work, for example, taking a photo or making a YouTube video, we engage with copyright law. And copyright law protects work instantly as soon as they are created. No need to take any affirmative steps or register the work to get copyright protections. Under the law, others can notify the platforms of unauthorized use of their work. Platforms like YouTube are obliged to expeditiously remove allegedly infringing content after receiving a valid legal notice. There are 3 ways copyright might affect you on YouTube. Someone copied your content. Well, YouTube provides robust tools in the copyright management suite for right holders to protect their content, and any copyright owner can submit copyright takedown requests. You receive the copyright strike. Well, use one of the resolutions options or complete the copyright school if it's a first strike. You receive the content ID claim. You can use our tools to trim, mute, or replace content that is being claimed or utilize the dispute and appeal process.
Bonjour, my name is Anne, and I work for YouTube in France, supporting our civics and news partners. Let's review what happens when content comes down. There are 4 options. Content is removed from our site. Claim details are provided to replace content. Messaging will happen to both the claimant and uploader. A copyright strike occurs on the uploader's account. This is not applicable to CID claims. If your channel is in the YouTube Partner Program, you are eligible for a 7-day courtesy period after 3 copyright strikes before your channel is disabled. During this period, your copyright strikes won't expire and you won't be able to upload new videos. Your channel will remain live and you will be able to access it to seek a resolution for your strikes. If your strikes are resolved through a retraction, or we forward your counter notifications and they are ultimately successful, your channel will not be disabled. I wanted to spend some time today to cover our advertiser-friendly content guidelines. We know this is generally an area where creators have a lot of questions, and I hope that by going through these today, you can get a better sense of what videos are eligible for ads and which are not. These policies are available on the Help Center, so you'll be able to access this information in the future as well. You can appeal a monetization decision by requesting a manual review via your studio or appeal via the support chat. Thank you for your time to listen and learn with us during the elections. We're excited to partner with you and help you create responsible content. Let's review what we discussed. Our responsible framework. We uphold a framework that allows us to remove content that violates our policies, reduce recommendations of borderline content, raise up authoritative sources for news and information, and reward trusted creators. Leveraging YouTube's suite of products and strategies. It's a 4-part strategy you should customize based on your needs. Make your channel an elections hub. Invest in your live strategy. Reach potential new audiences and showcase your breakout moments with shorts. And build an engaged community using podcasts. And understanding the rules of the road. Stay up to speed with community guidelines, as well as copyright and ad-friendly guidelines. Thank you so much for watching.